a little bit. That fasting has been prescribed unto you as it was prescribed unto those before you. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. And then Allah goes on to say, أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَاتٍ, fixed days. That's another problem. You have people who got the audacity to say, well, today I am fasting, you know. I am feeling too well. I got up late. Oh, you know what? I have an appointment by the doctor today, so it's not your choice. If you feel to fast and you don't feel to fast, and when you want to fast, who are we to make those decisions? Allah is telling you He has prescribed fast, and He says, أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَاتٍ, fixed days, 29 or 30 days. You must well done do what Allah says to do. Don't let people come and say, the boy fasting, the 20 years old boy in your home going to school. No, today he has exams, so we told him don't fast. Who are you, mom and dad? Are you going to hell and you want to take him to hell too? These stupid excuses. Allah is saying He has fixed days. You don't change the days that He will fast today, and on Saturday and Sunday He doesn't go to school, or she doesn't go to school, so she will fast on Saturday and Sunday. And Monday to Friday she goes to school, so she must not obey Allah. I don't want to get into that details there, but let's go by point form. So number one, you don't change the days and you don't fix the days within Ramadan. We as believers who have reached the age of puberty, fasting is compulsory upon us. Then Allah goes next point. فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا, and who from amongst you are sick, وَعَلَى سَفَرٍ. Now Allah gives you the exemption. And who from amongst you are sick or on a journey? Well, for them فَعِدَّةٌ مِّنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرٍ. Well, yes, they are exempted to miss the fast, and they will do it back after. I didn't see Allah say here, and those who have exams in FIU don't have to fast. You ever see that, Basit? Those who have exams in Miami University, or my American son and daughter going to university don't have to fast. I didn't see that. Our cultural Muslims who follow culture. You see where the culture comes? And we here with a long beard, crying and it's wetting and soaking the carpet. We got to wash it every day. And you're teaching your children the wrong Islam? That you tell them when to fast and how they should fast and you validate it? See, it's a major misconception. I know I'm hitting a lot of homes in my home and me and everybody put together. But that's the Quran we got to follow. It ain't no Pakistani, Indian, Bangladeshi, Caribbean, Arab religion we follow. We don't follow a Middle Eastern, Indian, Caribbean, American religion. We follow a Quranic way of life. Exemplified by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Days for this garbage plane has gone. Politically right. So the Imam stays in between and doesn't make the people feel bad. So he also goes to hell with them. I ain't doing that. And please, nobody paying me to do that neither. We will remind ourselves, وَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَ تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Remind, and the believers benefit by the reminders. Our job, the khutbah, is a reminder, and I want to remind you from the Quran direct. This is no Sheikh story, no Sheikh Kahani story, no Kahani, no story, no example, no kitab, no book, no interpretation. It is direct, not even tafsir, commentary. It's literally the words of the Quran. There is no other excuse. And that also got to go down in details. So, only sick and on a journey. All these things about my job and my son and my this, not valid according to the Quran. You deal with Allah on that. Next thing. So Allah says that you could make up for it qadha after if you're sick or you're on a journey. Now Allah continues. وَعَلَى الَّذِينَ يُطِيقُونَ. And if you have the ability, now He's telling us, now you can fast back. When Allah tells us about yutiquna, you can fast back the days after Ramadan. Yes, mashallah. But if you can afford and you can do more than that, if you have the ability to do more than that, hear what Allah is saying now. Fidyatun ta'amu miskin. Then you must feed a poor, needy person, not the iftar in the masjid. Oh yeah. Maybe you may have to start putting a form, Brother Azad, and people who come and sponsor iftar find out, do you fast or you don't fast? So they don't fool us. Not the iftar in the masjid, because you got wealthy people like Brother Azad, you got wealthy people like Brother Amin Sheikh, got Mercedes and Ferrari and all kind of motor cars. You got all these people eating iftar. So much care. Look what the Quran says. The Quran is saying that you must feed the poor and the needy. Fidyatun ta'amu miskin. Not Bassett and Bassett father and all these wealthy brothers, Abdul Salam and all these brothers here, managers and jobs. That is not miskin. So what are we doing? I'm only using here as an example. All over the world, this is a problem. You take a rich guy or an Islamic practicing guy who comes to the masjid, sponsors iftar, and thinks he has paid for his whole month of not fasting. That doesn't happen. That's not the law. And that's not Shafayat saying that. That's the Quran, Allah saying that. You are sick. You're on a journey. You make up for the fast after Ramadan. Is that clear? Clear. But if you can afford and you have the ability to do more than that, because you don't know if you would live until Eid. You don't know if you will die till next week. So you missed a day fast yesterday because of real valid sickness and on a journey, valid. Then Allah is saying, Fidyatun ta'amu miskin. You feed a poor, needy person. You go and find a person and you give that food of what is the cost of a day of feeding that person. Don't fool yourself with $3,000 iftar. You didn't make it. You can go and give $10 to a poor, fasting person, and you would have got the blessings that Allah is speaking about. And you can take $3,000 and go and give a big iftar show. You will get blessings of sadaqah. Every good has blessings. Don't miss the point. Every good has hasana. Every good has blessings. You follow what I'm saying? Every good has blessings. But Allah is speaking about your fidya for missing your fast. You go give $10 or buy a meal for a fasting person for morning and evening. You would have compensated what this law is saying here. In the Quran, Surah Baqarah, ayah number 184. Then Allah continues to say, فَمَنْ تَتَوَّعَ خَيْرًا فَهُوَ خَيْرُ اللَّهِ. And the more you can do, and the more you can give, not because you got to feed a fasting person, you say, boy, what's the cost for a meal in McDonald's? So one guy said the cheapest meal is about, what's the cheapest meal? What's the cheapest meal? Halal meal, I mean, a regular fish sandwich. $3? Huh? $6. So you go and find the cheapest meal in town for $3.50 or $3.99 or $4.99 and all you can eat. So you buy one, push it in all your pockets and give the poor man for 5 days. No. Allah is speaking that if you can give more. Yeah, $5 a meal, an average meal for suhoor, and $5 for iftar in the evening. But if you can buy a better meal and give them $10 in the morning and $10 in the evening for missing fast yesterday because you were sick, all the better. The more you can give is the better. But it's unfortunate when it's show business, we give a lot. And when it's taqwa and piety and kafara and fidya, we cut it down. Because it's all about Allah here. You know, it's about show, you give more. When it's about Allah, you cut it down. Least, you look for accountants that you can pay, so they give you the least amount you got to pay in zakat. That's how it works. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِن كُنْتُمْ, no, he continues after, وَأَن تَصُومُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. Literally from the Quran. But better than all of that is that you fast. So Allah is not telling you to deliberately miss fast. And as soon as you think you get a headache, you're not going to fast. If you really cannot fast on the journey, if you really cannot fast because you're sick, Or you'll get sick on the journey. It's not that you got to fly from here to Orlando, relax in a first-class seat in an aircraft, and half an hour and you're there, and you decide, well, exempted from fasting. No. If you really can't, Allah is saying, then you exempt it and you give the fidya. But better is you do it back after Ramadan. And then he's coming again and saying, but better than that, don't miss the fast. Don't miss the fast. If you're healthy enough and you can handle the journey, that is best for you. Don't use a little sickness. You get a little of stomach and you feel you want to vomit, so you're not fasting. Oh, Allah. What is this? You know, many people say, I felt I wanted to vomit, so I didn't fast today. I also feel like I want to vomit when I hear those excuses. Come on. When it comes to Allah, we make these foolish excuses. Where we get these laws from? So brothers and sisters, go home. Check this verse, Surah Baqarah, ayah number 184, and you'll see Allah tells us days to fast, exemption, what it is about, how to compensate, who to give it to, what is best to do. And don't try to do what we see other people do. Now, don't just ask anybody on the street, hey, you know, I'm not fasting today. What do you think I should do? You know, you don't do that. When it comes to your health and your taxes and your government and your immigration, you don't ask anybody on the street. You look for the best lawyer and the best immigration officer and the best accountant because you want to have the best house and the best papers and the best degree and the best bank account and the best business. But when it comes to compensating fidya and kafara in the eyes of Allah, we ask anybody on the street. The guy just got to look like he's a Muslim. He probably growing a beard out of style. And he say, hey, you look Muslim, boy. What do you think you do? Anybody we see, anybody we feel. And then they all pass the fatwa. You don't need to fast and you don't need to give anything. Don't worry, boy. There's America, all freedom. And you say, that's what that person told me. Because we know we don't want to do the right thing. So you ask the people who will tell you the wrong thing. So much here. You understand? Yeah. Now there's one hadith, another hadith we want to go on a hadith now before we conclude, inshallah.